दिखता है जो नैनों के नूर से, जो प्यार मिला मुझे तुमसे।
Om Shanti. Good morning. We listen to Baba's Murli for 23rd May 25. The essence is, sweet children, you have now found the boatman to take you from this side to the other side. Your feet are no longer in this old world. Your anchor has been raised. Because we stepped into the confluence age, Baba says we are no longer in this old world. Our anchor has been raised from this old world, and we are now moving towards the new world. And the boatman is the Supreme Soul, Baba. Question: what wonderful magic that no one else can perform does the Father, the magician, perform? Answer: to change souls who are as worthless as shells into those who are as valuable as diamonds. He becomes the master of the garden and changes thorns into flowers. This is wonderful magic. Only the Father, the magician, performs this wonderful magic. No one else can perform this magic. People call themselves magicians simply to earn money, but none of them can perform magic like the Father. So this is a big magic, converting thorns into flowers. Have you seen that magic before? No. Changing shells into diamonds. Om Shanti. Only once does the Father come into this world cycle, into this drama. No one in any other satsang would think like this. In those places, the one who relates the religious story to them is not their father, nor are they his children. In fact, they are not even his followers, because they don't literally follow him. Here you are children, students, and also followers, because we are following Baba's directions and we are following Brahma Baba, who is our role model. The Father will take your children back with him. When Baba departs, your children will also leave this dirty world and go to a new beautiful world and rule there. This should enter the intellects of you children. The soul living in the body becomes very happy. You souls should become very happy. The unlimited Father, as the Father of all, has come. Only you children understand this. Everyone else in the world is senseless. The Father sits here and explains, Ravan has made you so senseless. The Father comes and makes you sensible. He makes you so sensible that you become worthy of ruling the whole world. Only once when God comes and teaches you, do you have this student life. This can only be in your intellects. It can never enter the intellects of those who are trapped in their business, etc., that God teaches them. They only remember their business, etc. Therefore, since you children know that God is teaching you, you should be very cheerful. All others are children of those who are only worth a few pennies. Here you have become God's children, and so you should have limitless happiness. Some of you do remain very cheerful. Others say, Baba, we cannot speak this knowledge. This happens, that happens. However, speaking this knowledge is not very difficult. On the path of devotion, people go to the sages and holy men and ask them how they can meet God. But none of them knows. None of them know anything. They simply signal upwards with their finger for them to remember God, that's all. They become happy with that answer. No one in the world knows who he is. No one knows the Father. The drama is created in this way. You will then forget again. Among you too, not everyone knows the Father and the creation. At some places, the behavior of children there is such that don't even ask. At some places, Baba says some children behave in such a way, won't even ask. They use bad language, they become angry, violent, all that. So Baba says that intoxication disappears. It is as though the feet of your children are no longer in this old world. You know that your feet have been raised above this iron-aged world. The anchor of the boat has been raised. We are now about to leave this old world. So have I transferred everything for the new world? We are now about to leave. It is in your intellects where the Father is taking you. Because the Father is the boatman as well as the master of the garden. He comes and changes thorns into flowers. There's no other master of garden like him who could change thorns into flowers. He changes souls who are as worthless as shells into those who are as valuable as diamonds. This magic is not a small thing. Nowadays, there are many magicians. This is a world of cheats. The Father is the Satguru. They speak of the Satguru, the Immortal One. They say this with a lot of intoxication, since they themselves say that the Sadguru is only the one, that the bestower of salvation for all is only the one, then why do they call themselves gurus? When they say that God is only the one, then why do they themselves call, why do they call themselves as gurus? Because they can't show anybody the path. Neither do they themselves understand anything, nor do the people who believe in them understand anything. What is there in this old world? Since you children know that Baba is building a new home for you, who would dislike that new home and still love this old one? One's intellect would only remember the new home. You have now become children of the unlimited Father, and so you should be aware that the Father is creating a new world for you, and that you are going to that new world. That new world has many names: the golden age, heaven, paradise, Vaikunt, etc. Your intellects have now been removed from this old world because there's nothing but sorrow here. So I have to check, is my intellect really removed from this old world? What is its name? This world. Its name is hell. The forest of thorns, the extreme depths of hell, the land of Kans, the land of Ravan, devil. No one understands the meaning of it because everyone has a stone intellect. Just look at the state of Bharat. The father says at this time, everyone has a stone intellect. In the golden age, everyone's intellect is divine. As are the rulers, so the people. Here it is the rule of the people over the people. So it is democracy. So Baba says, as are the leaders, so are the people. So this is why stamps are made of everyone. Therefore, the intellects of you children must remember that the highest on high is the Father. Who is the second highest? Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar cannot be considered to be this because Brahma, Vishnu, Shankar are not actually doing anything. So they are not second highest. So Baba says, just look at the dress that they have portrayed for Shankar. They say that he used to drink an intoxicating drink and eat bitter fruits, bitter flowers. So they say that Shankar used to drink no, bhang and intoxicating drink. And that's why many sannyasis, they continue to drink that because they say, oh, Shankar used to drink it. So Baba says, they believe that Shankar used to drink and then eat bitter flowers. All of that is an insult to him. Such things do not exist there. All of those people have forgotten their own religion. Just look at what they say about their deities. They are so disrespectful to their deities because they've created such stories about the deities. So they are so disrespectful to their deities. Therefore, the father says, they have defamed me, defamed Shankar, and Brahma too. Vishnu is not defamed, however. They do defame him in an incognito way because Vishnu is called Radhe and Krishna. So they have defamed Krishna. So they defame Vishnu also in a different way. Krishna is an infant and considered to be more elevated than a great soul. This Brahma renounced everything when he became old, whereas an infant is pure and innocent anyway. He doesn't know anything about sin. The highest on high is Shiv Baba. Even then, those poor things don't know where Prajapita Brahma has to be. Prajapita Brahma is shown as a bodily being. There is a temple to him in Ajmer. Brahma is portrayed with a beard and a mustache. If you see in the scriptures, right, they show Brahma with a beard and a mustache. So neither Shankar nor Vishnu is portrayed like that. There- Therefore, it is a matter of understanding. They always show Brahma as old, white beard and white mustache and wearing white clothes. And so when we look at Brahma Baba, of course, he didn't have a beard, but definitely old and a white mustache. So Baba says that in the scriptures, Brahma is shown as old, in white, carrying the scriptures in his hand. And the reason, and again, right? So Baba says it's the same Brahma they talk about in the scriptures. So this is a matter of understanding. How could Brahma, the father of humanity, be in the subtle region? He has to be down here. Prajapita. He has to be down here where the Praja is, right? Where everybody is. So there are so many children of Brahma at this time. It has been written that there are so many Prajapita BrahmaKumaris and Kumaris. Therefore, there must definitely be Prajapita Brahma. Since he is in living form, he must definitely be doing something. Would Prajapita Brahma simply be creating children? Or would he also be doing something else? Although Adidev Brahma and Adidevi Saraswati are mentioned, no one knows what their parts are. Since they are creators, they must surely have existed here. Shiv Baba must surely have adopted Brahmins. Where else could Brahma have come from? This is a new aspect. No one can understand this until the Father comes and explains. Whatever someone's part is, it can only be played by that person. What part did Buddha play? When did he come? What did he do when he came? No one knows this. Do you know whether he was a guru or a teacher or a father? No, he cannot grant anyone salvation. So he was not a teacher, he was not a guru. He is simply the creator of his own religion. He is not a guru. The father creates children and then he teaches them. He is the father, teacher, and the guru, all three. So Shiv Baba is the father, teacher, and the true guru, all three at the same time. He doesn't ask anyone else to teach you. No one else has this knowledge. Only the unlimited Father is the ocean of knowledge, and so he would definitely give us this knowledge. Only the Father gave us our fortune of the kingdom of heaven, and he's now giving us that once again. The Father says, you have come and met me once again after 5,000 years. You children should have the internal happiness that you have now found the one from whom everyone else in the world is still searching. The world is still searching for God, and we have found him. So we should have so much intoxication and happiness. Baba says, children, you have now come and met me once again after 5,000 years. You children reply, yes, Baba. We have met you innumerable times before. If you are beaten, at least you can remember that you have met Shiv Baba. It is only by having remembrance of him that your sins can be cut away. The sins of innocent ones, those in bondage, are cut away even more because they remember Shiv Baba a lot more. So those, in the early days of the yagya, when the mothers and the daughters were not allowed to go for the satsang, so and they were beaten, they were locked up, and they would remember Baba more. So Baba says their sins are cut away more because they are remembering Baba more. It's like sometimes when we have the privilege, we lose the value. So we remember less. So that's the same thing Baba says. Like Baba gives an example that those who live on the near the Ganges, they don't value Ganges, the river Ganges. So it's the same thing like those who um, live at the centers or, live at the centers or have certain privileges, they don't value it as much as those who are not able to access it. So Baba says that when they are being assaulted, their intellects go to Shiv Baba. Shiv Baba, protect me. Therefore, it is good to remember him. It is said at the time of death, one should be on a bank of the Ganges and have the water of Ganges on their lips. Therefore, let there be the remembrance of Alpha and Beta in your intellect. Alpha is Shiv Baba and Beta is our inheritance. By saying Baba, you definitely remember your inheritance. There isn't anyone who wouldn't remember his inheritance when he says Baba. Together with remembering one's father, one definitely remembers the property of one's father. Like, what am I receiving from the father? So, together with Shiv Baba, you also remember the inheritance. Although they beat you for vice, they do make you remember Shiv Baba. Therefore, you receive your inheritance from the father, and your sins are also being cut away. This is incognito benefit for you in the drama. So, Baba talks about drama and says that whatever happens, so even if there are situations in our life, there are certain circumstances or something that comes, Baba says, look at it, that it's making you remember me more. So, which is good, right? Increase your remembrance. And that way your sins will be cut away. Just as it is said that there is benefit in war, in the same way there is benefit in this too. Your children are now paying a lot of attention to doing service at the exhibitions and fairs. Together with the exhibition of the creation of the new world, also write Gateway to Heaven. So Baba says, give this title. Both of these statements should be there. When people hear that there is an exhibition on how a new world is being established, they will become very happy. These pictures have been created for you to explain how that new world is being established. Come and see them. Come says, look at them. The words gateway to the new world are also very good. Those gates open through the war that is to take place. In the Gita, it is mentioned that God came and taught Rajyog. He changed human beings into deities. Therefore, the new world must definitely have been established by him. People make so much effort to go to the moon. They can see that there's nothing but land there, that there are no human beings to be seen there. They are only able to tell you this much. What is the benefit of that? You now go into real silence. So people go beyond into the space and they say, oh, it's so silent over there. Baba says, what's the benefit? Here, Baba teaches us how to go into real silence. You become bodiless. That is a world of silence. You want to die. You want to renounce your body. You called out to the Father for death. You called out to Him to take you with Him into liberation and liberation in life. People call out to God and they say, I want moksha, just take me into moksha, take me with you. Huh? Says, you called me for that. However, people did not understand that when they invited the purifier to come, it was as though they were inviting the death of all deaths to come. There's this interesting story now. Um, this person who used to always say that, God, just take me with you, just take me into moksha. I want moksha, I want moksha. So one day, God comes and asks, okay, are you ready to go? And she says that, oh, my this thing is pending. Let this happen and I'll be ready to go. So then again, she's still calling out and all that. So God comes again. Oh, my grandson is getting married. Can I just attend that marriage and then I'm ready to go? So then she says, oh, I'm becoming a great great grandmother. Can I see my great great grandson? And then I'll be ready to go. So Baba says that we are never ready. So people don't realize that when they are calling God, who are they calling? When they talk about moksha, what is it that they are asking for? They simply just keep chanting and asking for it. So Baba says, you now understand that Baba has come. He says, come, let us now return home. So we are now returning home. The intellect continues to work. There are some children here whose intellects run to their business, etc., or that so and so is ill, or they wonder what would have happened to him. There are so many different kinds of thoughts. The Father says, while you are sitting here, the intellects of you souls go to the Father and the inheritance. It is souls that remember. For instance, when a father receives news that his child in London is not well, his intellect would very quickly go there. This knowledge would not then sit in his intellect. While sitting here, his intellect would continue to remember his child. When a woman's husband is ill, there would be turmoil within her. Her intellect would be diverted there. You must continue to remember Shiv Baba while sitting here or whatever else you're doing. This too is your great fortune. Just as, so it's very interesting to remember Baba is also my fortune. It is my fortune that I even get an opportunity to remember Baba. Just as they remember their husband or guru, so you must remember the Father. Don't waste even a minute. The more you remember the Father, the more you will be able to remember Him while doing service. The Father has said, explain to my devotees. Who said this? Shiv Baba. What would you explain to the devotees of Sri Krishna? Would they believe you if you told them that Sri Krishna is establishing a new world? God the Father, not Sri Krishna, is establishing the new world or is the creator. They will accept it when you tell them that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is the one who makes this old world new. The new world becomes old and then the old becomes new. However, because it has been given a long duration, people are in total darkness. He is offering you heaven on the palm of his hand. The Father says, I have come to make you into masters of that heaven. Will you become that? Wonderful. Why should we not become that? Acha, remember me and become pure. Only by your having this remembrance can your sins be burnt away. You children know that the burden of sins is on the soul and not on your body. If the burden were on the bodies, then when the bodies are burned, the sins would be burnt as well. Souls are imperishable. It is simply that alloy has been mixed into souls. The Father shows you the only way to remove it. What is the only way? Remember me. The way to become pure from impure is very good. Those who build temples to worship Shiv are devotees. A worshipper cannot be called worthy of worship. How can I become worthy of worship? When I'm in love with Him, when I remember Him and I claim my inheritance from Him. Only then I can become worthy of worship. I become like Him. Acha? To you, sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Bapdada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, and the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. You have now found the Baba for whom the whole world is still searching. Stay in this happiness. Only by having this remembrance can your sins be cut away. Therefore, no matter what circumstances are, remember the Father and the inheritance. Do not waste even 1 minute of your time. Raise the anchor of your intellect above this old world. Baba is now building a new home for us. Constantly stay aware that this world is in the extreme depths of hell, the land of Kans, and that we are now going the land of paradise to a new world. New world. So when Baba says that, raise your anchor from this old world is that become ever ready. Become ready. That okay, Baba, I'm ready to go. I don't have any pending business over here. I'm ready to go like this. Today's blessing. May you be a true server and accomplish the task of world transformation by doing service at a fast speed. May you be a true server and accomplish the task of world transformation by doing service at a fast speed. In order to serve at a fast speed, you need to have a balance of both being Roop and Basant, respectively. Being Roop and Basant collectively. So, what it means is with the form of Basant, you are able to carry out the task of giving the message to many souls at the same time. Similarly, as Roop, that is, with your power of remembrance and your power of elevated thoughts, you have to do service at a fast rate. So create an invention for this. Together with this, collectively sacrifice the sesame seeds and barley grain of your old sanskars, your old nature, and your old activities with determination. And the task of world transformation will then be accomplished and the sacrificial fire will be completed. So Baba says, if you remember yesterday's Murli, Baba talked about the sacrificial fire. And what is put into the sacrificial fire are the tiny sesame seeds and barley seeds. So Baba says that what are these? These represent the soul, the old nature, the old sanskars, the old activities. So everything, swaha, everything is put into the sacrificial fire to be transformed. Baba says when we remain in the awareness of being a Roop and Basant at the same time, collectively, Roop and Basant, then the world transformation will happen. So being a Roop meaning I become an embodiment of remembrance, embodiment of sacrifice, embodiment of renunciation. Slogan. You can put your plans into a practical form by having a balance of being a master and a child. So you give your ideas being a master, but then if it doesn't work or if drama has a different plan, accept it as child. But what happens is sometimes it's the other way around. We present something as a child, and then when it doesn't work, we want to show the ego. The ego takes over. So Baba says you present it as a master that yes, I know what I'm talking. I understand what I'm speaking, but then if it doesn't work out, accept it as a child. Today's aware signal. Invite the personality of spiritual royalty and purity. In this godly service, the greatest charity is to give the donation of purity. To be pure and enable others to become pure is to be a charitable soul. Because you liberate souls from the great sin of committing suicide of the soul. Because when the soul goes on the path of sin, it's like committing suicide. Impurity is like committing suicide of the soul, and purity is to give donation of life. To remove someone's sorrow and give them happiness is the greatest act of charity. By performing such charity, you will become a charitable soul. So, give others the donation of purity, give them power, give them strength, and they are able to imbibe purity. Remain happy, leave their vices. Cha, Shanti. So today Baba is the boatman, the gardener, the master of the garden, removing our thorns, making us into flowers. So let's remember such a father, the purifier, the true Satguru, father, teacher, so many titles today. The death of all deaths, the bestower of liberation and liberation in life. So many titles of power from today's Murli. We can practice them, we can use and connect to Baba with those relationships. So let's connect to Baba. I, the soul, am child of the Supreme Soul. It is my fortune that God gave me his introduction The one whom the world is looking for belongs to me. It is my fortune to remember him and claim my inheritance from him. To my elevated thoughts, I connect to Baba, the purifier, the magician, purifies me and makes me to a deity. Remember Baba in all the different relationships. As I understand that he is the only true relationship that I have. Or day to day, pay attention to remembering Baba, different relationships. Shanti, Shanti. Have a great day with Baba. Let him purify you, experience his love, his care, teachings, and I'll see you tomorrow.